She didn't pull away. She leaned in tight. And that twist right there kept him up at night. Last week she was cold, distant, locked on her phone. This week she's warm, cooking meals, singing a love in a softer tone. He thought it meant the storm had passed, that the wounds were closing, healing fast. But nothing was mending, nothing was rising, because it wasn't love returning, it was hiding, not surprising. Brothers, that shift is the first warning most men ignore. When her behavior changes without reason, something already has. Today, I'm going to show you exactly what sweet phase really means and how to spot the truth before you get blindsided like he did. Hey gang, and welcome back to the sacred halls of Magic's monologue, where truth doesn't whisper, it roars. I'm Magic, your curator of personal growth and unapologetic reality checks. Today's video, how women hide affairs, the tactics men ignore. But before we dig into this wild ride, connect with me on Locals at magicsmonologue.locals.com and over on X at Magic's Monologue. I'm building my tribe there too. Additionally, you can send a small donation via crypto if you like my work, and that information is down in the description. Because the real twist is this: the moment she gets nicer is the moment you should start paying attention. Could be something, could be nothing. However, it doesn't hurt to rationally take a peek. You're about to see why a woman's sudden affection may not be romance, but a smoke signal men are trained to ignore. Let's begin the journey. All right, gentlemen, gather around. Let's have a real talk about Martin the dating battlefield. I'm not here to sell you fantasy. I'm here to hand you the owner's manual to a female deception. We're going to dissect the 4 key techniques women use to mask their cheating, and I'm going to give you the playbook so you won't be blindsided ever again. Trick number 1, emotional misdirection, the guilt, overcompensation. Let's start with a fundamental truth of male psychology. Men associate affection with honesty. When she's sweet, attentive, and loving, your brain automatically flips to everything is fine mode. But when a woman cheats, that same affection becomes a strategic weapon. Here's what's really happening. Guilt manifests as overcompensation. Suddenly, she's cooking your favorite meals, texting you sweet nothings throughout the day, buying you gifts, becoming the perfect girlfriend or wife out of nowhere. It feels amazing, right? Wow, she's really into me lately. But you're not seeing romance. You're seeing strategic emotional management. She's neutralizing her guilt and your potential suspicion simultaneously, giving you emotional reassurance before you even have reason to doubt. Men don't question love when it feels warm and familiar. So she doubles down on I love you texts, unexpected compliments, and bedroom enthusiasm that would make your anniversary look pathetic. Spot the pattern. She's been distant for weeks. Then suddenly, she's planning romantic dates and acting like you're still in the honeymoon phase. The average guy thinks, great, we're back on track. The aware guy knows what changed recently that prompted this. Unexplained affection follows periods of distance isn't romance, it's redirection. That's how women hide in plain sight, turning guilt into affection that keeps your guard firmly down. Trick number 2, strategic normalization, the just friends play. Women really cheat with strangers. They cheat with someone who feels safe. The smart ones know the easiest way to hide a new man is by making him visible but harmless looking. This is where you start hearing the greatest hits. Oh, that's just Michael from work. You're so paranoid. He's been my best friend since childhood. Relax, he has a girlfriend. Honey, he's gay. These are not statements of fact. They're calculated disarmament strategies. She's not being transparent. She's training you not to question this man's role in her life. Though repeated, casual mentions of the harmless presence, she builds up his credibility in your mind until he registers as non-threatening. The transition often starts innocently enough. Maybe he generally was a friend initially, but emotional intimacy grows as she begins sharing things with him that used to stay between the two of you. He becomes her new confidant, the bridge to something more. How do you spot it? Watch for defensiveness where none should exist. If she becomes protective or agitated when you ask innocent questions about this friend, that's your clue. If she starts hiding her phone when he texts or makes comparisons, why can't you listen like Michael does? You're not seeing privacy protection. You're seeing secret protection. These emotional slips reveal where her attention is truly migrating. Trick number 3, consistency camouflage, hiding in plain sight. Here's where female cheaters get dangerously smart. They know men trust consistency. When her routine looks normal, you stop asking questions. So they learn to hide their cheating within their existing habits, not outside them. Think about it. An amateur cheater suddenly starts staying out all night or inventing new activities out of nowhere. The professional? She maintains her exact schedule. Same gym days, same girls' night every Friday, same workout hours. Everything appears perfectly predictable on the surface. What changes are the micro details. Her yoga class now runs longer because the instructor added extra stretches. She suddenly has to work late on a project right after months of leaving at 5 p.m. She needs more alone time to clear her head during her usual errands. She uses structure as cover because most men don't question what looks familiar. The red flags aren't in major schedule changes, but in those micro inconsistencies that don't quite add up. She says she worked until 8 p.m., but her coworker's social media post shows the office closed early for a party. She claims her phone died during girls' night, but you can see she's been active on WhatsApp. This strategy preys on male trust in patterns. In ancestral environments, men invested heavily in one woman and their offspring, pair bonding, protection, providing. Because of paternal uncertainty, no DNA tests, men evolved strong trust in behavioral patterns signaling fidelity. Consistent mate guarding clues, sexual exclusivity signals, emotional bonding rituals, etc. Because betraying those patterns often meant raising another man's child at an enormous cost. So men trust in patterns is an adapted anti-cuckoldry psychology. Quickly trust women who match the faithful mate template. Punish, reject those who deviate. Modern cheaters, especially serial or opportunistic ones, exploit that rapid pattern-based trust. Thus, when we see the overall framework holding firm and assume all is well inside it. Meanwhile, the affair operates comfortably within the gaps of her established routine, hidden by the camouflage of consistency. Trick number 4, the good girl's shield, the ultimate cover. When men imagine women who cheat, They picture someone overly flirty, secretive, maybe a little reckless. But the woman who gets away with it the longest is the one who convinces everyone around her, especially you, that she's incapable of such behavior. These women build their entire identities around being the good girl, the loyal, honest, morally superior one who would never do that. Sound familiar? She's the first to say things like, "I just don't understand how women can cheat. If I were ever unhappy, I'd just leave." Or, "Those women who cheat are disgusting." This isn't moral grandstanding. It's psychological armor construction. She's not trying to be faithful. She's trying to look faithful. There's a crucial difference. You stop questioning her not because she's earned trust through transparency, but because she's convinced you and everyone else she's fundamentally incapable of betrayal. Psychology research actually identifies this good girl persona as a deeply ingrained pattern where women tie their worth to conformity and perfection. But when applied to relationships, it becomes the perfect cover. Who would suspect the woman who consistently vocalizes her moral superiority? The scary part? She's often the last person anyone would point fingers at. Not her friends, not her family, and certainly not you. She's constructed a character so believable that even when evidence emerges, people struggle to reconcile it with the perception of her. That social credibility makes her not just effective, but dangerously so. This is why I constantly tell you, do not confront. Play the long game, gather evidence, give her rope, hire a PI, audio, video, get an attorney, and then when the attorney feels there's enough evidence to get her the chair, then you move. Because sadly, she will lie. She will play victim, and people will believe her until you show them all the evidence, and even then, some still won't believe it and want to see you as the bad guy. Hear me, my brothers. With a woman like this, there is no half measures. Any mercy will be exploited as weakness, and count on parental alienation behavior on her part. So, as we're in the home stretch, so there you have it, a small part of the playbook. Emotional misdirection to keep you emotionally disarmed, strategic normalization to make threat sources seem harmless, consistently camouflage to hide betrayal in plain sight, and the good girl shield to make questioning her feel like you're failing, not hers. The common thread. All these exploit fundamental male trust in affection, friendship, in routine, and in character. The solution isn't paranoia, it's pattern recognition. Pay attention to actions over words, consistency over grand gestures, and your gut over social programming. Your instincts are sharper than you've been taught to believe. Maybe it's time you started trusting them again. In the comments section below, leave me your thoughts, or add to this list, or give me an idea if you want more of this kind of video. If this hit home, don't just watch it and move on. Hit the thumbs up, smash the subscribe, and ring the bell so you'll never miss the truth bombs I drop here. Share this with at least 3 men who need to wake up and rise up. That's how we build this channel, one solid brother at a time. Got a story that needs to be told? A link that made your jaw drop? Email me at stories@magicsmonologue.com. Let's expose the madness and drop some clarity. You're not just watching, you're leading by example, helping men elevate with wisdom, purpose, and unshakable standards. You're not alone, and you're not crazy. And if you're still hungry for more, he gave her everything: money, loyalty, a future. and she repaid him with entitlement, manipulation, and betrayal. Watch the story lesson of how a hardworking man fell into the provider trap, ignored the red flags, and got drained by a partner who believed loyalty was optional and sacrifice was his duty. Click right here to watch the next video, The Plumber Who Gave Everything and Lost Everything. And that video is coming up right now. Until next time.